the best framing that I've ever heard for our present moment is that things are getting better and better and worse, faster and faster. It's just so accurate. And so all of these things that are emerging in the way of disintegration and the wars and the ways that the social fabric is rending, where people are becoming more and more polarized and seeing one another not as fellow experiencers of the human story, but as dangerous avatars of evil, and all of the, the toxic pollution that is now finally, well, probably has always been catching up with us, but now we have the awareness to see the ways that it's impacting our bodies, and all of these epidemics of disease that are skyrocketing, and then all of the maladies in the mental health sphere with the increasing depression and anxiety among the youth and suicidality. And there's all of these forms of disintegration that are gripping humanity right now. And also, there are all of these forms of deeper integration where people are feeling called to be embedded in community, more so recognizing the failings of the culture that has siloed us in these single family households with a fence that keeps everything that is not my family out, and the ways that we're seeing the failings of the brutalist architecture of cities that has prioritized function over beauty, and the ways that we are allowing the psychedelics to reemerge, these agents of reminders of our humanness that remind us of our profound interconnectedness and of the primacy of love, and the ways that the internet has mediated a spread of information that people can use their own discernment to find others who are really speaking truth and feeling it in their hearts, and the wisdom that I feel like is accumulating to discern people who are actually speaking truth from charlatans who are simply trying to manipulate or make a buck. And the call to feel reconnected to nature, that we're feeling this call to come back home in the womb of the earth mother, so to speak. And so there's all of these modes of integration that are also simultaneously happening while all of these modes of disintegration are happening. And so this is why, in my mind, the symbol of the Tao, the Taijutsu, the yin and yang, this says everything that needs to be said. And if we can really intake that and be able to, as Carl Jung says, hold the tension of opposites, then we don't get disintegrated by this cognitive dissonance engine that our culture is, which is saying, wait, things are getting worse and worse, and things are getting better and better, and that's impossible. So therefore I give up, or I allow myself to be taken over by some ideological stance so I don't have to think about these things or hold the tension of opposites myself. But really, if we can embody that symbol, which says everything that needs to be said, to my mind, it says everything that needs to be said, and more than we can probably discern ultimately from it, then we can know how to operate in this space where, the centrifuge is spinning and the weights are getting pulled out further to the sides. And so things are getting all wobbly, where if we can pull it in to the center, pull everything into the center, then as it spins faster and faster, it's okay, because the center of gravity is at the center where it should be, and not out here where things are getting all wobbly and, ultimately may fly off into space.